Hello everyone and welcome to Pothology. Hope you're all having a good Monday. Today we're going to be looking at things that I found to be interesting on the internet or things that I learned on the internet today. And I haven't done one of these in a while, so I like doing these. But Emily's at class, and so I'm doing this right now. That's what I'm doing. Today was good. I just worked and, it was a normal Monday. But my first item on the list is David Hockney. Maybe you've heard of him. I never did until today. He is this really interesting artist who I would say at least what made him appealing to me was he did a bunch of art on computers and iPads and iPhones. He has an exhibit in London right now, and it's just so interesting. So this art that you see right here is all done on an iPad, and it's just crazy, Let's see if we can find his iPhone ones. This is his iPhone paintings that he's just done on an iPhone, and it's really crazy to me. Let's see if I can click into one. Oh, I know that might be pretty small, but he is a well-known painter. He has all different types of art, but I think he kind of he's probably a trailblazer for this type of art. I think he's 79 or 80 years old, and I think it's just a great example of being able to change with the times, and also just being able to use, if you're an artist, you're going to make art either way. And it's just mind-blowing that some of the stuff he has done. I'll link a video somewhere, but at his exhibit, he has iPhones as the frames of his art, and he has iPads as the frame of the art. And so you walk around and it's just an iPad, and it kind of outlines how he draws it on the iPad. So crazy. And he has like giant screens, that are 30 feet high on a wall. And it's his different art that he's painted on a computer or however he did it. And it kind of shows you like a quick time lapse of him painting it on the screen. It's very cool. But, he did this on an iPad. I don't know how good or how well you can see it, but it's just mind blowing. His most expensive piece of art is this thing called Splash. It sold for $29.8 million in February of 2020. I don't know if he did this or how he did this. I assume this is actual paint, but okay. So he's 83 years old, and he's just an interesting artist. Can you imagine? Anyways, you can look into this more. His name's David Hockney. I just learned about him today, but it's really cool. I like his stuff. I mainly like his, I like what he's done with technology and art and just what it means to be an artist, because I wish I could draw really well, or I wish I could paint, and I know I probably could just learn how to and just try, but it's just so interesting to me to, think some people just have it and they just have an eye for it, and they've done it since they were young, and it's just part of them, and they always will find a canvas anywhere that they can. So here's computer drawings. I don't know what that means, like a computer drawing. Maybe that meant he used paint or some other type of thing, but yeah, it's pretty cool. The next interesting thing that I found was Apple's car. This is not technically the car, but they're saying that this Apple car may be unveiled by the end of the year. And I do know Apple has been getting into the car industry. They're partnering with Hyundai, but I don't know how true that really is. I know they have a partnership, but my theory is that Apple, if they do make a car, I don't know if it will be long-lived. I really think they're just going to get into different parts and components of cars, like the stereo system, the user friendliness of it. That kind of feels more of their their lane instead of an actual car. But that's where a partnership comes into play. You know, you just work with another manufacturer to build a car and you just design it. Very interesting. I mean, I think it looks kind of cool. Maybe it kind of looks like a Apple mouse. And that wheel and the wheels remind me of like Tesla. The next thing is Wendy's is changing up their fries. Wendy's is making a major change to its fries. It's called, they're called hot and crispy or something like that. Anyways, they're going to make them where they are crispy fries. And so you can dip them in your Frosty, which you already could, but I think they're getting rid of all of their, I guess, soggy fries, and they're just going to make them more crispy. So, which they kind of look the same to me. Maybe they're just deep fried longer. I know, actually, I can't see where they tell you like what they're actually going to be called, but I'm pretty sure it's hot and crispy fries. Crispier, longer, retain heat. There you go. Interesting. I think this is just a way to change the formula of the fry to make them cheaper and make more profit or something. That's my guess. Do any of you ever follow Wendy's on Twitter and how they always like go back and forth with people, and they're very sassy. They're very sassy. The next one is Warby Parker files to go public on the New York Stock Exchange. You know, Warby, the glasses company that was very popular, probably still is. I've never gotten glasses there, but you know, in college, a lot of my friends would get a sample pack of Warby Parker and try them on, and then you send back the frames you don't want and stuff like that. You tell them what you want. So very cool. You know, I think that might be successful. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I feel my opinion would be there's so many glasses companies. What makes them any different than just another startup glasses company coming in? Because it would be like Purple, the mattress company. Okay, this is not real, like not true probably, but this is just my opinion. This is not financial advice or anything. But when I think of Warby Parker, I just think of them as another quick company that made it. And I'm thinking of the mattress industry, how you got Purple, you know, they're everywhere. You got Ghost, you got, is it Needle and Tuft? There's all these different companies. What if Purple went public? Would it do well? Would I invest into Warby Parker? Probably not. It would be interesting if Warby Parker got into technology and they partnered with Apple to make Apple glasses, but that probably will not happen because Apple can just make their own frames. But hey, it's still interesting that, you know, they're going to have an IPO, and we'll see. We do have a Warby Parker store in Indy somewhere. The next item is Ikea is piloting a buyback or resale system program at their stores, and I think it's good through September 19th. And they will buy furniture that is lightly used back from you. And it is piloting in Pennsylvania as of today through September 19th. The next item is the world's fastest roller coaster in Japan. Fastest accelerating roller coaster is shutting down because riders were getting injured. They broke some bones on it because it was so fast. Isn't that crazy? And the roller coaster is called Donpa or something like that at the Fuji-Q Highland Amusement Park. It reaches 112 miles per hour. I am not a roller coaster person. Really, it's not my favorite thing, but I will do them. I really didn't start overcoming my fears of roller coasters until I was probably 17, because basically my sister took me on a roller coaster when I was 5 and it scared me to death and I never wanted to do it again. But, you know, as I got older, it wasn't bad. But I'm glad they're shutting that down because that's crazy. My first roller coaster was called the Anaconda in King's Dominion. No, thank you. I was not ready for that. These Hornets are back. They found a giant murder Hornets. 1,500 were captured near Washington. Look at that. I do not want anything to do with any type of wasp, any type of bee, any type of hornet. No, thank you. That's crazy. I read, I think it was just a couple months ago, they said, oh, we found one wasp. We didn't find any more. And this was in Washington. I read an article about it. And then today I found out, oh yeah, we found 1,500. That's crazy. Who knows how many more there are over there? And I'm sure they're spreading. I do not like that. I do not like any of that. Here is, and maybe you already know this, but I just found this to be so crazy, like stuff that sells for, insane amount of money. Even David Hockney's painting sold for $29 million. That's so crazy. But hey, someone wants it. Someone bought this Apple computer manual signed by Steve Jobs for $800,000. It's just saying, like, your generation is the first to grow up with computers. Go change the world. Sold for $800,000. I think this was one of the, okay, in 1979. That's so crazy. Other Apple related memorabilia has sold, that Steve Jobs has a signature on, has sold for $480,000. I think I read one last week where an email from Steve Jobs was sold for a lot of money. Crazy. He was a smart guy. He was very, very ruthless. And that reminds me of Elizabeth Holmes. Any of you know who I'm talking about? That lady who came up with that system that she was claiming just a small sample of your blood, we can test everything that's wrong with you and we'll diagnose you and everything. It was this little machine, and she got a partnership with CVS. And she had all these investors, investing into it and all of this stuff. She was obsessed with Steve Jobs. Like, she loves Steve Jobs. And so that reminded me of that. And she's on trial this week. So for fraud, she had a net worth, or her company did, of $9 billion in 2015. No, all the way up to 2017, until she got arrested or whatever for fraud. Obviously, I don't think she's been in jail. She's been able to pay it off. But right now, the trial is set to decide if she does have to go to jail. That's crazy. I think there's an HBO documentary about it. So, and how she would apparently lower her voice and it would make her more dominant. And she had a black turtleneck, and she was just so interesting. No, thank you. I would not want to work in her company. So interesting. And the last one is Pizza Hut brings back its Detroit style pizza. Earlier this year, they sold 1.8 million pizzas, and it was very popular, or Detroit style pizzas. And so they're bringing it back. Hey, I don't think I've ever had real Detroit style pizza. Maybe one time. There's this place in town maybe it's called Futuro or Forenzo or something. There's a pizza place that does Detroit style, and I've mentioned it before. I would love to go there. Maybe I will someday. So if you're still watching this, comment down below roller coaster. Do you like roller coasters? I mean, you obviously heard what I thought about roller coasters. Tomorrow, hopefully, we will do a Tuesday tea talk. Emily has class tomorrow night as well. So, and then on Wednesday, we got to get ready to leave for Thursday morning. I think we're going to have to get to the airport like at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. I don't really know. I forget when our flight leaves. But we're going to get there really early, and I'm probably going to possibly I'm already thinking about what I'm going to eat. Well, whatever. I'm going to get Starbucks probably. And I'm excited to go. So I'm excited to see my parents and see everyone. It's going to be good. But this is what I found to be interesting online today. I just love this guy. All of his digital work. So crazy, man. Look at him. He's over here doing his thing on his MacBook. So crazy. I don't know if that's a MacBook actually. But even just the thought that he's doing stuff on iPhones, man, so interesting. That's so cool. Okay, you can turn his stuff, or he could turn his stuff into NFTs, and I'm sure they would sell for an insane amount of money. I don't know. He may have already done that, but still, could turn it into a NFT. Maybe I guarantee you, eventually, it will be that. Probably, possibly, or maybe he'll just sell the iPhone with the original piece of artwork or something connected to the cloud. I don't know. So, okay, that is everything. Hope you all have a good Monday and hope you have a good Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday Tea Talk. You'll see Emily as well. If we do it, I think we will. It just depends. We're still figuring it out. So, thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow. If no one's told you this today, you are loved and this world's a better place because you are here. Have a great Tuesday. Bye.